अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के माननीय उपराज्यपाल और द्वीप विकास एजेंसी के उपाध्यक्ष एडमिरल डी.के. जोशी ने आज राजनिवास में प्रशासन की विभिन्न योजनाओं और नीतियों की समीक्षा की। राजनिवास में आयोजित समीक्षा बैठक में द्वीप प्रशासन के मुख्य सचिव केशव चंद्र, पुलिस महानिदेशक हरगोबिंदर सिंह धालेवाल, प्रधान मुख्य वन संरक्षक संजय कुमार सिन्हा और प्रशासन के आला अधिकारी उपस्थित थे। बैठक में पर्यटन सचिव विश्वेंद्र ने माननीय उपराज्यपाल, मुख्य सचिव और अन्य अधिकारियों का स्वागत करते हुए अपने विचार व्यक्त किए।
We start with the bird watching policy, sir. Andaman Nicobar Island is one of the 34 hotspots in the world as declared by IUCN, sir. We have 218 endemic species here, and to capitalize on these natural resources, sir, we are with this policy trying to develop a very niche tourism, sir, which is responsible and sustainable, low impact on the sensitive ecosystem of these islands, sir. In this, sir, we have dwelt on the identification of the birding trails, developing amenities in the trails, sir, and all along the island, sir, we have located it with the help of ZSI and other stakeholder bodies. So this kind of tourism will help the local communities and increase the income levels also, sir. The impact of this tourism per se is very low, and we are envisioning a very high-end and specialized kind of tourism activity, sir. So the next policy, sir, is the luxury tent policy, sir. In this, once again, it's a low-impact sustainable tourism initiative, basically aimed at promoting eco-tourism with providing luxury facilities to the tourist. And the policy envisages the availability of accommodations in remote areas wherein we can develop the tourist infrastructure, sir. So this will open a new avenue for tourism in areas where the ecosystems are very fragile. So the next policy, sir, which we are unveiling today is the Caravan policy, sir. This is about harnessing the potential of eco-tourism, sir, and this is a mobile accommodation policy, sir, in which we are intending to develop caravan parks in the commercial areas and commercial lands, sir, and basically this will give an opportunity to the tourists to have a very immersive kind of an experience, which will be new to the tourism sector in Andaman, sir, and this will open a new venue, new sector, I would say, sir. In this, after the notification of the policy, sir, I would like to intimate the gathering here, sir, that 2 caravans of Mercedes-Benz have arrived in the island, sir. So that is one, sir. Lastly, sir, we are
owned by who?
Some locals, sir. I will have to check. New ones, Benz. And standard operating procedures for the tourism in national North Sink Islands have also been will be unveiled here, sir. So we are opening the island, sir, with a carrying capacity of 428 persons, of which 372 of them would be tourists, sir. This carrying capacity analysis was done by the Forest Department, and the numbers were given, sir. The do's and don'ts of the at the Sink Island are defined, very well defined in the SOPs, and basic amenities and facilities are given, and it's a very detailed SOP, sir. So this island will also be open for the tourism sector, sir. Other than this, sir, we are also unveiling the logo of the UT administration of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, sir. And so now with this, sir, I end the initiatives of the tourism department. I would request Secretary Personnel, sir, to speak on the direct recruitment manuals.
प्रशासन में कार्मिक सचिव ने प्रशासन के विभिन्न विभागों में भर्ती योजनाओं का लेखा जोखा माननीय उपराज्यपाल के समक्ष प्रस्तुत किया।
Sir, in September 2022, Honorable Prime Minister of India
directed all the UTs and state governments to fill up all the vacant posts on a mission mode. The direction of the Honorable Prime Minister was communicated by the DO letter dated 30th September 2022 of Honorable Union Home Minister to your good sense. So thereafter, under the leadership of Chief Secretary Sir, so we did not have even database about what is the total number of sanctioned posts, how many posts have been abolished, how many posts are deemed abolished, whether RRs were in place. So all the exercise was completed in about 3 to 4 months, preparatory planning, and we arrived at the total sanctioned post of 33,133, sir. And around 26,840 were filled up at that point of time. And sir, you took a detailed review meeting in this August gathering, sir, on 12th May 2023. And sir, and that meeting, the Honorable Union Home Minister direction was to fill up 2,126 vacant posts. At your level, sir, the review, it was finalized that we will recruit in a time-bound manner, transparently, fairly, through open competitive exam, 5,246 posts. And so we started on a really mission mode under your guidance and the leadership of Chief Secretary, sir. Sir, in the first Rozgar Mela held thereafter at the national level, that is on the 26th of September 2023, we were number 1 in the country in terms of the total number of, maximum number of appointment given in a single center, 876. In the second Rozgar Mela held on 30th of November 2023, sir, 287 posts were filled up. We were number 3 in the country, sir. And under your direction, sir, in the next Rozgar Mela, which was held on 12th February 2024, we were number 1 in the country by giving offer of appointment to 2,721 candidates, sir. And in the last Rozgar Mela, sir, again we were number 1 in the country. It was held on 29th of October 2024, sir. 1,074 candidates were filled up, sir. Sir, and I can proudly tell that whatever the commitment you gave to the Honorable Union Home Minister, that was 5,246. Today, in the last 1.5 years, sir, we have filled up 5,414 vacant posts, sir. Sir, it was a very monumental exercise, sir. So, Chief Secretary, sir, directed every success story need to be documented, because in government, sir, that was missing, like, it should not be a one-time wonder. For the benefit of, sir, one small example I will give about the complexity of the problem. So, in the second biggest competitive exam we held, there were 2,721 posts, total number of vacancies, consisting of 229 different categories of posts with different RR, different qualifications, and 42 different departments, around 80,000 applications. And the choice, the candidates could pick up any of the 221. Sir, it was mind-boggling. After receiving the application, sir, even UPSC has never done that kind of exercise. The permutation combination mathematically, sir, runs little more than 1 million. Sir, we requested NIC to sit with us how to, after conducting the exam, how do we come out with the result. They said, they understood, you defined the problem, it will take 1.5 years for us to develop the software. Sir, a team in my department worked day and night. Within 1 month, sir, they developed a software which is foolproof, tested, and it can, sir, it accommodates all this permutation combination with 3 different vertical reservation, 3 different horizontal reservation, 7 different age categories. Everything was accounted for. We tested it, we certified it, so then we could roll out the results.
Can this be patented by the department?
We will explore, sir.
I see, so it's government patent.
So, apart from being patented, sir, and Sir, it was done by two of my teammates.
And communicated back to NIC that, kindly have a look at it. We were able to do it in month and a half or two.
Sir.
And if from a viewpoint of please audit it if you find any faults in it, we have already done it.
द्वीप प्रशासन के मुख्य सचिव केशव चंद्र ने पिछले 2 सालों में अपने कार्यकाल के दौरान हाथ में लिए गए विभिन्न योजनाओं और नीतियों तथा उसकी उपलब्धियों के बारे में माननीय उपराज्यपाल को जानकारी दी।
That when I joined 2 years back, then what was the condition, and that condition, how the entire system emerged and took up the challenges which I put in front of them. Frankly speaking, sir, when I joined, officers were trying to go out of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Either they would go for long studies abroad, or they were in depression, and some of the officers who were sitting here also, they were vouched that it was not a very happy situation. There was a system of, I do not want to elaborate upon that, but it was not a happy situation. Almost things have broken down. There a system of distrust and the system of stalling things, which was there in almost every department. From there, when we started, I was totally at loss that how to take it forward, because I hadn't seen a system like this in my entire career. Gradually we built up, and I remember there was an officer called Vinay. Vinay was there, and he was looking after tourism department. So we started the system of monitoring it every Saturday. We took up 2 departments, fishery and tourism. I said these 2 can change the entire game of the entire island. And we started picking up things that where we can start. We listed down number of things which can be done. And so it came to my mind that why we do not have policy, so why don't we start policies where we have unstringed lines? And we started from there. So I must give credit to Vinay, he is not here today. Today he is retired. And Saturdays he would come sit with me and we would iterate these policies time and time again. There were 5 policies that we selected. Today we will be unveiling 3. 2 are in extremely advanced stage, so it will be unveiled in no time. Then we thought there are a number of issues gradually and I called all the stakeholders also, from the public also, from the Chamber of Commerce also, anybody who was interested. In fact, the direction was that anybody who is interested in this subject can come. It was an open door kind of meeting. And the benefit was that I got the insight and inputs which was unmatched. People were giving me information, people were giving inputs which is unmatched. So it was not a filtered information which was coming from the department. It was a free flow of, we could screen whatever we had to take and then we had to take a decision. And this is how the process started. It is totally and totally 100% credit of the officers who put their entire heart and soul to whatever challenges I have put there. In fact, my job was just to cut the ribbons and then or do unveiling. Maximum I used to do the review meetings, and in those review meetings itself, let me tell you, some miracles have happened in every department. There will be a list which I'll be sharing with you, that not a single department is left behind and which is not delivered. Today we are unveiling only 2 departments, but there are sectors where absolutely miracles have happened. Be it water sector, be it road sector, be it, people have shown that what is possible in a very short span of time. And with that kind of satisfaction, and I'm taking away from this island, sir, it is a great personal satisfaction, and to my mind this is which counts. That today I'm absolutely satisfied and happy, and at least the system has now thinking positive things. What next is to be done? People's work, people's demand, people's thing has taken priority. And every officer is responding to that. That whosoever walks in at 3 to 4, in which all the officers are directed to meet people, they are sensitive to people's demand and they're meeting, they're going extra mile to see that all the things are met. And to my mind, it is the greatest achievement that we could achieve in 2 years. Today, sir, we are unveiling policies which are probably nowhere existing in the world. Bird policy, England has a very disjointed bird policy, but they do not have a very. So we will be not only be first in India, but we'll be probably first in the world to have this bird policy. There are other policies which we thought that caravan policy was absolutely new. It came to my mind when I had gone to England, because Europe has very advanced system of caravan. So we thought that why can't we have the caravan here? And only we put in the public domain about the policy, about comments, and people have responded to such an extent that before unveiling of the policy, they have come up with the two Mercedes-Benz Caravan. This place has tremendous potential. This is amazing potential, and it can absolutely lead the entire country in certain respect. And we have shown that it can lead. A bit of positivity, bit of commitment and dedication can definitely do it. I'm extremely happy that my batchmate is coming, and he's a very positive person. And I'm quite sure that wherever we have left, it could carry it forward, and will definitely achieve what we have set out to achieve.
बैठक के दौरान माननीय उपराज्यपाल ने पर्यटन गतिविधियों और सीधे भर्ती के गाइड से संबंधित नीतियों को जारी किया। इसके बाद माननीय उपराज्यपाल ने प्रशासनिक और पुलिस अधिकारियों को संबोधित किया और मुख्य सचिव केशव चंद्र के 2 साल के कार्यकाल और उनकी उपलब्धियों को सराहा।
It's indeed a proud privilege for me to be associated with this penultimate day of outgoing CS's departure, which, as he has himself said, nothing could have been more fulfilling than to unveil a series of initiatives which he steered over the last 2 years and which have come to culmination today. And he therefore walks off with a very clear conscience that he did every minute of that hour count of his tenure of around 2 years. And he's leaving behind, I think, very large size boots for his batchmate to fill in when he arrives shortly, next week. I'll start out of these first with the recruitment policy, because it is one of a kind. The rest are tourism, and this I am intimately aware of, having been chairing the review meetings periodically. And the difficulties and the significant sort of milestones Secretary Personnel has lucidly brought out, and pretty much on each occasion, then we had in a center the maximum number during Rozgar Melas, the maximum number of vacancies given. We have been bringing it to the notice of the Honorable HM, whose directive it was. And in the end of it, I think just day before or yesterday, we have sent a combined summary to him how over so many Rozgar Melas in the entire country, in a center we had the maximum numbers. And to my mind, what makes it most significant is one, the fact that all of it has happened in an absolutely transparent manner, that not one complaint of malafide or of a corrupt practice in a matter as serious as recruitment has come up, whereas any other recruitment anywhere else that you take, it is all maligned before the results come out. There are complaints and court cases and all that. So for a process to pass so smoothly is in my mind perhaps the biggest achievement. And the second biggest achievement to me, I think, is that being a very small UT with very limited resources, even to fill our own vacancies, we were dependent on resources of external agencies like NIC, like SSBs, who had competing requirements from elsewhere. And therefore, to be able to marshal their resources for our requirement against competing requirements of bigger entities, more sort of bigger UTs, bigger states, so on and so forth, is again the second biggest achievement, I think. And in a very time-bound manner, we have pretty much met the expectation from us, because from day one we had taken it up. That is so far as we are concerned, it is as good, if not better, bigger than a PM's flagship scheme. So again, very well done to you. Under your leadership it was unfolded, and to your entire team, particularly of the personnel department headed by Secretary Personnel, and on given occasions, for whatever it is worth, we have been recognizing their contribution by way of commendation certificates and so on and so forth, but that is only symbolic. Insofar, every individual himself knows, as the CSS said on the day of that he is literally attending his last function, that it is at the end of the day the job satisfaction, the conscience that one carries back, that he has contributed, that he made every minute of the unforgiving hour count. Now coming to the tourism policies, yes, absolutely very unique and outstanding products. My next concern, I think, is when I'll tell your relief when he comes and sees me the first time, as to how to publicize them, how to get the maximum mileage out of them. Birding, for example, I recall this was the PM's personal sort of, he had led us down this path, that this is a niche tourism area, and like it has been brought out, very few countries have it, and the product is outstanding, and it has been produced at some 200-300 rupees per page and all that. I mean, that is incidental, but how to bring it at the level of national conscience and beyond that. So we have to now put in our efforts, maybe have online sort of versions of these and publicize them. Similarly, caravan, luxury glamping or luxury camping, etc. These have got immense implications, and the other initiative of ours through the PPP route, 5-star, this, that, other, these are long lead items. They'll all happen. We've got plenty of real estate. We got 836 islands. Well, I mean, many of them cannot be sort of developed on tourism. But even if you take 1/4 that number, we have got potential to keep ourselves, our successors, tourists, their successors, occupied for perhaps the next 200 years. We got so much of potential untapped. And that is because our starting point was so low. I mean, we have in earnest started off really just around 8-9 years ago, 7-8 years ago. Prior to that, in a sense, the active policy unwritten of the government insofar as ANN Islands was concerned was to discourage tourism, including Indian tourists. So you had so many islands, RAP'd, and you had the whole arrival RAP'd, and so many islands that you can't go, this, that, other, and all that. So it is now gradually changing, and because we had such a low start-off point, I mean, it's a blank canvas, and an artist like the outgoing CS has made full use of that opportunity. And I am again, on behalf of the administration and on my personal behalf, I place my gratitude and my acknowledgement on record for your contributions in this during this innings of yours. And this has all happened with limited resources, with very few officers, and constant battle has been into holding on to the officers, their seniority levels. There are board transfers happening out of here, transfers not coming in. So managing all those conflicts and yet being able to produce what you have done today, amongst other things, is indeed a great achievement, and my congratulations.
अंत में धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के साथ समीक्षा बैठक संपन्न हुई।